Hello and welcome for this first session in this series. We're going to do the Sun Salutations. Now we have lots of options. I'm going to give you the options. Pregnant ladies, remember cat-cow in between getting back to your downward facing dog. If you're very new to yoga, you can always just come down on your tummy and then come back to downward facing dog. So anyway, as always, I think the only equipment you need is kind of a knee pad or a makeshift knee pad. If we can do some breathing work, possibly your tissues, you don't need your block or your strap for this session. So let's start to get comfortable. Maybe lie down on your mat, allowing your shoulders to relax. Your feet can splay out gently to the side. And just start to let all your thoughts go. And we can focus on our breathing. Just don't do anything special with it. Just be aware of your breath in and out through the nostrils. Calming everything down. Take this time to surrender. Whatever challenges you're dealing with at the moment, this time is just for you, and it's very important. So if your mind is still a little scattered and your breath erratic, maybe you're still breathing quickly, we can start by focusing on a square. We're going to do something called square breathing. So inhale, think of the bottom left hand corner, and then come all the way to the top. Hold, come across to the top right hand corner. Exhale down to the bottom right hand corner, hold, come across, and here we are, starting at the bottom left hand corner again. Inhale up, hold, come across, exhale down, hold, come across, completing your square. Let's do 2 more rounds. So inhale up, hold, come across, exhale down, hold, come across, completing a square, inhaling up, hold, come across, exhale down, hold, come across. You can take a few more rounds in your own time, or just focus on your natural breathing. If you get lost with where the square is, you're making a triangle or a circle, it doesn't matter. Just focus on the breath to get the body and the mind calm and relaxed. Take deep, nourishing breaths and slow, cleansing exhales. Now very gently, come out of that, and we're going to come into our child's pose, which is a great resting pose, also very good for eliminating any stress. Some people don't like it, and obviously our pregnant ladies can't come all the way down. So you can rest your head maybe on your forearms and make more of a puppy dog. Okay, for everybody else, have the knees mat width apart if that's comfortable. Bring them in closer together. Wherever you are, allow the sit bones to come back to the heels. You can always place something between your sit bones and your heels if that's more comfortable. And then allow the arms to come out. Forehead drops if you're in complete child's pose to the mat. And just start to focus on the breath. Feel the breath going wide and full into the thoracic area. Breathe and release. Allow the tension to go from the shoulders. Just take a few more rounds of breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, Let's find our puppy dog. Let's all find our puppy dog. So we're going to allow the arms to come out. The forehead comes onto the mat, but this time our hips are over our knees. So breathe out here, get yourself comfortable. If you have any tension in the shoulders, just bring the hands back to somewhere where they're comfortable. And let's thread the needle. So take the right arm under the left armpit, staying here. All the time those hips are over your knees. If it's available to you today, you may take a bind by taking your left hand and take hold of your right thigh, or as close as you can, opening out that left shoulder. This is a great one to open out the shoulders. Getting rid of any tension, whether you're working from home, doing the kids' homework. And then very gently come back to neutral, and let's go the other way. So it's the left arm under, right arm can sweep back, take hold of that left thigh, all the time gently opening out that right shoulder. And your left cheek should be resting gently onto your mat. No tension. Surrendering. And release. Coming up to tabletop, reminding ourselves our shoulders should stack our wrists. Our wrists are pointing to the short edge of the mat. Our fingers are spread wide. Feel all 10 toes onto your mat. Hips over the knees. Here we are in our perfect tabletop. Now we're going to raise or take the right leg behind you, coming onto the toes. You may stay here. Raising the left arm out, feeling some opposition. Or maybe raise the right leg, pointing the toes down, only to hip height. Engage that core. Inhale and exhale and release. Let's go the other way. So come onto the tips of the left toes. Right arm comes out. Raise the left, if it's there for you. Arm in line with your ears. Hands coming down to the mat. Tuck the toes under, hover the knees, and push back to your downward facing dog. Now try and relax those shoulders. I know it's extremely difficult. It's even more difficult if you're making videos, so trust me, just try and allow those shoulders to relax. Your hips are up and back. Your heels are coming in the direction of the mat. Your fingers are spread wide, the weight into the heels of the hands, the knuckles. All fingers, especially the index fingers and the thumb. And then very gently look to see you're going and walk your feet all the way to your hands. Fingers on the toes, gently unfurl the back. Coming back to the focus of your breath. We're going to stand in mountain pose. So starting with the feet, have the toes together, ankles slightly apart, pull up on the kneecaps, engage the quadriceps, the big thigh muscles, maybe internally rotate so you get length or you get breadth in the pelvic area. Shoulders are up, back and down, crown is lengthening. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Now we're going to start with the Shivananda Surinamaskara A, which does incorporate Anjali-asana, which is crescent lunge. So, inhale, take your prayer all the way to the sky. Exhale, put a back bend in here. As you flow forward all the way down to Uttanasana. Exhale, step back with your right foot, coming down onto the right knee. Knee pad here. And here we are in our crescent lunge. Feeling the stretch on the right hip flexor. Your left knee is over your ankle. Tailbone lengthens down. Arms are rising up. Shoulders away from the ears. Core engaged. Bringing both hands down. Left foot sweeps back. Coming to our high plank. Now I'm going to do a cobra, but pregnant ladies do cat-cows, or just simply come all the way down to the earth. So if you're coming with me to the cobra, come down to your knees, elbows hugging, bottom in the air, leading with the chin as you snake forward, heads of the shoulders going back, open out through the collarbone, feel all 10 toes, and then internally rotate those thighs. Shoulders keep going back. Here we are in a low cobra, Ardha Bhujangasana. Tuck the toes under, finding your downward facing dog. And step the right foot forward. So here we are on Anjali-asana on the other side. So this time we're feeling the stretch in the left hip flexor. Right knee is over the ankle, tailbone lengthens down, raising the arms up. Smile, release those shoulders. Inhale as your hands come to the mat. Left foot meets the right. Inhaling, halfway lift, flat back, shoulders going to the back of your room. Exhale, flow forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, gather the air up. Put a back bend here. Exhale, hands to heart center. Very, very nice. Take a breather. We're going to do the classic Surya Namaskara A next. So inhale for length and to prepare, hands to heart center. As we take our prayer all the way to the sky, look up and lengthen. As you exhale, fall from your hips, not your waist, all the way down to Uttanasana. Inhaling, halfway lift, shoulders back. Ardha Uttanasana, hands to mat. Step back right, step back left. Let's come down to our knees, and we're going to put in the cat-cow here. So inhale, coming up, arching the back. Exhale, round that back down. Tuck the toes, find your dog. And let's breathe here for 5. Inhale and exhale 1. Inhale and exhale 2. Inhale and exhale 3. Inhale and exhale 4. Inhale, look to see where you're heading, and as you exhale, bend your knees slightly and walk to the top of your mat. Inhaling, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Exhale, flow forward to Uttanasana. Inhale, gather the air up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now you have the opportunity to press pause and do 3 or 5 more Surya Namaskara A's. I'm going to demonstrate Surya Namaskara B now. So before we do that, let's sit into our Utkatasana chair pose. Bending at the knees, making sure you can see all 10 toes. Tailbone lengthens down. Core engaged. Shoulders away from the ears. Arms come up. And here we are in our Utkatasana, which is also known as chair pose, awkward pose, which you may be feeling now, or fire pose. So breathe here for a few breaths. Inhale and exhale. Pregnant ladies may like to take their knees further apart, depending on how big baby is now. And I'll just demonstrate for our pregnant ladies for the next, if you are coming to eagle, just have very, very loose arms. I wouldn't even do the leg, I just stay here. Or you can rest your forearms onto your knees, which is probably feeling very nice, especially if you're on your last trimester. Everybody else, let's come back, or I'm coming back to chair pose. We're going to extend the arms out. The right arm under, left arm over, crossing at your elbows, crossing at your wrists, palms together, elbows up, shoulder blades down. And then keep those shoulders over your hips as you wrap your right leg round, squeezing everything into the midline. Elbows coming up, shoulders down, squeeze. Now I'm going to come out Now some of you may naturally fall out, but I'm going to give you a little opportunity to keep practicing. So let's take either on the left hand side if you've paused and taken a few more breaths. Remember, your pregnant ladies, our legs are wider apart. Everybody else back into your Utkatasana. Arms come out. This time it's the left arm under, right arm over, crossing at your elbows, crossing at the wrists, palms together, fingers facing up as much as possible. If you can't get your fingers, your palms together, don't hold on to the fingers, just have them up. Shoulders come over the hips, and then take the left leg, wrap it round, squaring those shoulders over the hips, elbows coming up, shoulder blades melt. Inhale and exhale. Again, I'm coming out, but I don't want to put you off, but you hold as many breaths as you like, or just simply take a rest in child's pose. And let's all allow the eagles to fly. Coming back, maybe pedal out your feet. We're going to do Surya Namaskara B. Now we're going to do the classic, so there's no raising of the legs. So deeply bend your knees, coming into your Utkatasana. Exhale, flow forward to Uttanasana. Inhaling, halfway lift, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, hands to mat. Step back, right. Step back, left. Come down to your cat-cow. We'll do all three options and you can pick what's right for you. Exhale back. Of course, pregnant ladies stay here. Or you can come back to your high plank. Come down to your knees, elbows tucking in. Arch the back, bottom in the air as you snake forward. This is your cobra, your Ardha Bhujangasana. Coming back to our high plank. Now you can stay with your cobra, your cat-cow. If you're doing your chaturanga, come forward, elbows come in. This is your low plank. Roll over those toes. Here we are in our up dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Now wherever you've got to, we're going to roll over those toes to our downward facing dog. Just take a couple of breaths here. Inhale and exhale. And then we're going to step our right foot to our right hand. Back foot pivots to 45 degrees. The weight is into the back of the left foot. So feel the edge of the foot, place the weight there, and then the right knee comes over the ankle. Now you may not be able to see very well through a screen, but the rule is we're coming to a 90-degree angle. Our knee is in line with our big toe, so all you should be able to see is your big toe. If you can see all five, maybe your knees to the left or maybe to the right, so balance it up. The right hip comes back, the left hip comes forward, shoulders away from the ears, arms up, sparking the energy through those fingers, and let's hold for 5 breaths. Inhale and exhale. 1, ribs coming into the midline. Inhale, exhale. 2, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, exhale. 3, check your alignment. Inhale, exhale. 4, right hip back. Inhale, exhale. 5, and then bring your hands down to frame your front foot. Step back, come to your high plank, take your vinyasa of choice. I'm doing chaturanga. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, push back to your downward facing dog. Now this time step your left foot to your left hand. Right foot pivots 45 degrees. Now if you're a little uncomfortable, just bring that back foot in slightly, making room for your hips. The weight this time is to the outside edge of your right foot. Your left knee is stacking your left ankle, making sure you can see your big toe. Left hip back, right hip forward. Arms are coming up. Shoulders away from the ears. Ribs are coming in. Core is engaged. Smile for me. Inhale and exhale. We're only going to hold for 2 more because we've held for quite some time. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Frame your front foot. Step back. Come to your high plank. Take knees, chest and chin. I'm coming down to a cobra. So my arms are coming in. The bottom is in the air. Snaking forward. Finding your low cobra. Ardha Bhujangasana. All 10 toes coming together. Exhale, push back to your downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale 1. Inhale and exhale 2. Keeping your feet hip width apart and parallel. Your gaze is to the back of your mat. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and look to see your heaven. And as you exhale, you may step, jump or float to the top of your mat. I'm simply going to walk up. Inhaling, halfway lift, shoulders back, flat back. Exhale, flow forward to Uttanasana. Inhale, gather the air up as you deeply bend your knees, sitting into Uttanasana. Coming back to your chair pose. So that's your classic Surya Namaskara B. Everybody come down to your mats, take a short break. And we're going to do a very simple seated twist. And I say twist, we can do an open twist if you're not twisting over. If we're twisting to the right, it means you just twist the opposite way. Now, pregnant ladies, please don't take the right foot across the left. Just stay making room for baby. Everybody else, we're going to flex that left foot back towards our face. Engage the leg. Take the right foot across. Now, if you want to do your full Ardha Matsyendrasana where you tuck your left leg under, please do so. This is a nice, simple version. So sitting up nice and tall, taking your right hand behind. The left hand comes to the outside edge of your left knee. Simply look over the right shoulder and lengthen through the spine. Always look for length in the spine. Energy through the crown of the head. Keep looking over that shoulder. Both sit bones on the mat. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And let's release. So let's all look to the left. Join our pregnant ladies looking to the left. And release. Going the other way. If you want to go to full Ardha Matsyendrasana, that's fine. If not, focus this time on your right foot coming towards your face. The whole leg is engaged, especially the quadriceps. Taking the left leg around. Left hand comes behind. Right arm up, hooks to the outside edge of your left knee. Looking over your left shoulder. Lengthening, lengthening, lengthening all the time. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling. Take a deep, wide inhale. And exhale, allow everything to go. As you exhale, just release a little deeper. Okay. So now let's go into our back bend series. For this one, we're just going to do the classic bridge, a nice simple bridge, but we do have the opportunity to give some modifications. So if you know you like your restorative bridge, place the block at your sacrum. Your sacrum is the flat bone just above the tailbone, and place it there. Pregnant ladies should still be able to do your bridge, but go very gently, very carefully. So coming into our bridge, have your feet hip width apart and parallel. Make sure you can feel the backs of your heels, palms pressed down And then gently start to raise the hips up, opening out through the chest. Interlace your hands behind your back. Now you can go quite a way here, or just make it more passive. If you're really concentrating on those shoulders, grip the hands together. Staying here. An option is to take the right leg, place it across the ankle just above the left knee. Your toes are coming in the direction of your knee. You may hold there for a few breaths. And then of course go the other way. So it's the left leg that comes across. The ankle is just above that right knee. Keep opening out. Toes coming towards the left knee. Release. Another option is to raise one leg and then the other. Maybe straightening out both legs to really feel those quads working. The core is engaged. And then very gently allow the body to relax onto your mat. And we're going to do an inversion. We can take a shoulder stand for this practice. An inversion just means that your hips are higher than your heart. So we can start in waterfall. I'll give you quite a few options by placing that block under your sacrum. Allow both legs to come up. Your palms are facing up. Relaxing there. You may stay here for your breaths, working on your thyroid, your Vishuddha chakra, your throat chakra. Another option is to come into a 45-degree shoulder stand by just tilting the hips up. You may come into your full shoulder stand, thumbs around the waist, hands going down as though you've got jean pockets. If you're in your shoulder stand, stay there, count your breath. Or you may like to come into a half plough by taking your right leg down, coming up, left leg down, coming up. If you want to try Halasana plough pose and your feet don't touch the ground, that's fine, just keep pointing the toes down. Allow those hands to be breaks. You may interlace your hands to open out the shoulders more. Excuse me, I'm coming out, but I'm just talking you through. And shoulder stand is just that, it's a shoulder stand. So we don't put any tension in the neck. If you've got any tension, please release. Now just take probably 3 more breaths there. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then very gently release. And take your Shavasana. You may use the recording or just simply settle yourself down and focus on your breath. Just get comfortable and relax. Stay there for as long as you like.